it seems that Jonathan Kuminga and the Warriors are just going to continue to play hardball.
Yeah.
Neither team wants to give. Jonathan Kuminga wants a new contract. He's not showing up. And the Golden State Warriors are sticking to their offer. They're not going to offer him an extension. And so that breeds just a whole lot of trade talk. And if the NBA does one thing good, it is produce trade talk. So this is what I saw reported. A deal with the Chicago Bulls that would return to Golden State Warriors Joshua Giddey, the Australian wonder, the long hair. He's got a mane that can only be grown on the wild frontier that is Australia. So
down under.
Josh Giddey career year last year, and I think 18 points, shot 38% from three, which was his big detractors that we were wondering if he can't shoot. Josh Giddey may be like an amazing NBA player. And if you could get him back for Jonathan Kuminga, who honestly could also be a great NBA player, maybe this is something that works for both sides.
I mean, maybe. You know, has he beat the allegations yet? Not sure. But maybe a fresh start in Golden State is what he needs to continue to be shooting. And, Drew, I think it does move the needle a bit for Golden State. So see here from FanDuel Sportsbook, currently they sit at an over-under of 43.5 wins. They're very likely to make the playoffs at a minus 280. And then a plus 1,600 for the Western Conference is not bad money, especially on Monday, you kind of talked about Golden State being a team that you would put some money on, given Steph Curry health, given Jimmy Butler health, and plus 1,600 odds, that's very enticing. I think that Josh Giddey will fit more than what Jonathan Kuminga does with Golden State with his outside perimeter defense, which is not bad. He's a perimeter shooter. He can be that true 3-and-D kind of guy. He's a better shooter than Jonathan Kuminga. And I think that Kuminga is a guy that's going to command some kind of trade fodder. And it feels like Josh Giddey is going to be a guy that could be a good fit and a good kind of even swap there. Like Wayno said, I don't know what it does for Chicago. I mean, Kuminga is kind of an enigma. You know, is this just bad blood with him in the Warriors organization? We've all seen the tape. He can be a very effective, good scorer. Like, he could be a bucket. There's defensive concerns. Is that going to be fixed by going to Chicago? I don't think so, because Chicago now currently is where careers go to die. But Giddey on Golden State makes sense, and I would imagine it would move some of these FanDuel numbers, Drew, if Giddey ends up in this trade.
All right. Who would you rather have between the two? I think I would go Giddey, I think.
I would too. I think Giddey does more to impact winning, like Wayno said, offensively and defensively.
There's red flags on both, but the red flags on Kuminga are on the court and Giddey is off
the court. That's it. Keep Giddey buttoned up and out of school. Pause. And you're fine. But I think on the court, I think Giddey impacts winning more than Jonathan Kuminga does because he's more consistent. At least he was last year. I say that we have an opportunity to kind of see if it turns into a sustainable NBA career. But can Josh Giddey continue to shoot the ball at a high level like he did last year while also defending? And I think that would make – but like him and Pods, I feel like him and Pods kind of play the same position, kind of do the same thing. So I don't know if that would be redundant on Golden State.
You know, my theory on Kuminga is – or my fear with Kuminga is that he's like Jordan Poole, where he's just going to be one of those players that's really good on a bad team but can't fit in on a good team. Wants a lot of money, but also wants to get his shots and doesn't want to play well with others. That may be a misrepresentation of Kuminga, but you can't figure out how to play with arguably he's on my Mount Rushmore. You can't fit in with Steph Curry and Klay Thompson and Draymond Green, then I don't really care for you. Like you've got to be able to do the little work, do the fit in where you can get in to have a spot on a team. Like he didn't pay his dues before he wants to be the all-star alpha on a team.
Like be the guy.
I think he's perfect for Chicago, the rebuilding. And honestly, they don't like draft picks in trades anyways. And so just the Kuminga for Giddey swap is right up Chicago's alley.
Well, they'd probably give away a couple draft picks to get Kuminga, just the way Chicago runs their organization. They'll have literally no picks. I mean, I agree with that. Like, if Kuminga can't figure it out with those guys, he's surely not going to go figure it out with Kobe White and these guys in Chicago that just like, it feels very much like a Cam Thomas situation, right? Like if you
Yeah,
could buy Jonathan Kuminga for what he's worth and sell him for what he thinks he's worth, you're coming out in the black every time. Just like Cam Thomas, they think that they're going to be the guy,
Right.
and it's like, cool, I'll sell you for that. That's fine, knowing that return on investment is not going to be great.
I would buy the hedge fund of both of those guys. Right? Just kind of hedging on their downfall. Yeah, that's what I'd buy.